Hi again. One last time for me tonight. It's a 6-player game on Germany. It's going to be me, psteinx, m0rph1ing, Daroj, Morphling, and JVis. Morphling is kind of the looking like the rookie of the year at this point. They've pulled off some good wins against tough competition already for being very, very new to this game. And JVis is the more gradually, but still improving, enthusiastic newer player. All right. I'll put the 3 up for 4. Anyway, we just kind of been chatting about real life tournaments here. I'm expecting Stein. Okay, Morph does the smart thing. Morph comes out and bids for the 3 before Stein does. Stein absolutely would have bid 5 if Morph didn't, I guarantee. Here, in 6-player, here I do think the 5 is better than the 8 for sure. So again, there's been this debate back and forth because Stein here is he is the biggest Plant 5 hater on all BSW, I think. He has been very vocal in his opinion that 5 usually isn't even worth 5, and he mostly buys the 8 over the 5. But I think in a 6-player game, the 5 gains a lot more in terms of turn order advantage. So I think a 5 over 8 is an easy call, especially because you're more likely to have good plants come in turn 2. Stein deciding. Because 21 is there already. That's That could potentially be on the market turn 2. Available for anyone to bid on. Potentially. Still a good number of plants that could block it. And we have to get through 2 more plant purchases here. Steinops for the 10 over the 9. Ooh, 18. So you would think that in the larger games, so because it takes fewer cities to end the game in 5-player and especially 6-player, games tend to end sooner, and that takes a lot of the value out of the green plants and adds more value to the early like 6 capacity plants, the 5s and the 6s and 4s. Those are the plants you want typically. But Germany changes some of that flow because Germany, again, as per usual, creates longer games. So the green plants are still going to be worth a lot here in Germany. $18's still not a guarantee to stay on next turn, though. Still not a guarantee. Although a couple of the plants that'll block it will be bought. Like 15 and 16 will definitely be bought if they drop next turn. 14 and 17 and 11, on the other hand, not so much. Nor 19. 15, 16, and 20 would be bought. 12 is borderline. Someone will probably buy 12, but I don't know how long that would take. Morphling with the safe 2 build to lock up a bunch of cheap cities here in the north. You risk getting blocked with that build, but I think it's still fine. Though in larger games, I typically like to be more toward the middle of the map, though. The fact that you see 18 and 21 out there already really makes me not want a triple build, which I would consider otherwise. Yeah. Daroj does the build that I expected, and I think that's the correct build, one of the twins. I think it's fine. Like I said, if the red region's in the game but not blue, like if you have red but not blue, then I'm more apt to triple build if you're the first one in this area. But a single build's fine when you have so much space around you in red. I think the build for me now is going to be probably the twins. Because there's not really going to be much of a reason to... Well, let me think. Someone's going to build in here. Someone else will probably bid around here, although they won't like it. I think Wiesbaden and Mannheim would probably be the better one. Yeah, probably the better build. Anyway, now I'll do this. I'll take the cheap cities now. The only concern here is that someone might build Mannheim and Stuttgart. That's what I would worry about here. There's a little potential for me to get squeezed, but someone's got to build up in here, right? There it is. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Might rather... I guess this is better for later in the game, maybe. I would think more building south early on, though, to kind of deny the cheap cities from Daroj. Deny the cheapest, I should say. Stein did the counter I was worried about. My thinking with the twins, though, is getting these two cities this cheap early on, it'll help me to bid for 18 and 21. That's what I was thinking with that. And I should still have some places I can go, at least. This was a bit of an experimental build for me here. But yeah, Bremen getting the 13 at the start of the game. Now, I've struggled for a long time knowing how to play the 18 if you get it on the first turn, which happens almost all the time in 6-player games. $23, well, that doesn't block 18 or 21. But it does make those plants that much more important. Stein comes out with a bid of 23. My thinking is, in order to justify this starting build of mine, I have to get 18 or 21. I assume Stein passes now. Yeah. Stein has a plant that powers 2 already, so he doesn't have a burning need for 18 or 21 at this stage. JVis should... If anyone goes 30 for this, then I'll be out. But I'll have to click one more time here. JVis is thinking. My hope is that he panic clicks one more time because... There we go. Well, now I can go for 15 at least. Because I don't think anyone else will bid on this. Unfortunately, I'll be $1 short of affording a 3rd city, which sucks. Ugh. Now, in a 6-player, it's easier to live with a plant like 15 because it's easier... you can much more easily make it an endgame plant. Believe it or not. Plants to power 3, you can carry all the way to the end in a 6-player game without too much difficulty. The resource restock rates really help plants like 15 as well. Like 6-player just has astronomical restock rates in the resources. Daroj might bid for 15 because he'll be able to power 3 cities with it. And 21 is not going to allow him to do that. 21 will be bid high enough that he can't do that. Yeah, I'll pass. I'm okay with this because I would not be able to power 3 cities with the 15 anyway. So I just want to bid for 21. JVis way overpaid for 18, by the way. Daroj is likely going to get out to an early lead. Emmett should drop out now. Yeah, there we go. Now that fat 23 is sitting there. This is a tough spot. And actually 24 after it is bad too. It does make it a lot safer for Morph to buy a plant here. The question is, what does Morph buy? The 9 or the 7? Could go for the 9 at this point. That should still get you, the same spot in the turn order. Ooh, 11. That juicy market stall. Well, that's helping to justify 21 right now. Here's what I'm going to do. Next turn, if I could manage it, I would actually jump into Stuttgart. Stuttgart. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but you know. Emmett bought the 6. I didn't even notice that. Okay. I buy 1 coal. I think Emmett builds Osnabrück. $21 didn't go for much more than 18, by the way. That's a really good deal in 6-player. Yep. The obvious build from Daroj there. Makes sense. Here's the thing. I might be able to get Köln next turn. Maybe. That's where I would look to go. $23 will be an acceptable plant for someone low in the turn order. Maybe. We get 2 uranium coming back into the game per turn already. Ooh, 26. That changes a decent amount. Probably nobody buys a plant now. As long as I can get 1 $3 resource here. Well, no, because JVis is probably going to build Köln, right? Yeah, I need to think about what to do here. Emmy should pass. You can still stick with the 6 and the 13 right now. It's okay. But yeah, I definitely wanted to attack Coles with Daroj being the early leader in the game right now. There's not much oil in the game, which plays to my advantage as well with 21. Interesting that Morphling opted not to buy anything. I thought they might have gone for something, maybe. Alright. Yep. Gobble up that oil. Well, at least no one else gets oil besides me, so I'm guaranteed to get a $3 thing. I assume that Stein will build Stuttgart. Because he knows that I'm going to jump there if he doesn't. And that's going to get me all the cities I need for step 1. So I'm expecting Stein to go for Stuttgart this turn. I'm just buying an oil and that's it for this turn, by the way. Yes, buy more coal, JVis. Buy more coal. Yep, Stein's building Stuttgart. I know that's coming. Because his builds are going to suck if he doesn't do that now. Yep. As expected. Emmy has no reason to build, really. He has Magdeburg lined up for whenever he needs it, probably. He doesn't need to overbuild. If nothing else, I get Castle this turn. Ooh. Cool, I get that. So I can get myself into this cheap area here and attack Daroj a little bit. Takeaway is one really cheap build left. And Daroj wisely opts not to build. I agree with that play. This is obviously going to get bid on a great deal. I'm obviously going to pass on 26 now. I have to build. I have to build one more this turn somewhere. Let's let this go for good money, though. Okay, now 26 is getting into crazy high territory here. 28, 32, 30, 40. Okay, so I'm up to date on the plants. Decent number of possible duds still left. And one of those duds comes. Womp womp. One of the worst possible plants that could have come right there. Short of like 19. Okay, Stein buys 24 though, which is it's reasonable. At least we got Daroj to pay a lot of money for 26. A lot of money. More duds! More duds. Which is justifying my 21 at least. $16 makes a lot of sense for M8. And that's going to attack the 26 as well after paying that much for it. So this is going to be kind of tricky for Daroj here because oil's going to get driven up a pretty good amount. Morph made out pretty well in that auction, I have to say. Uranium's just going to keep getting cheaper. We're almost through the duds, though. But this should be good timing for me. I'll get to 4 cities this turn. One way or another, I should be able to get there. JVis just keeps buying more coal, which is interesting. I don't like that. Morph builds all the way up to 5. Okay. Opting for high turn order, but they're going to make a lot of money. And at least they're burning more oil, which is good news. Magdeburg. Does Emmy build Magdeburg or probably somewhere else, huh? Or maybe just get Magdeburg to be safe. There's Magdeburg. Okay. What does J do? Okay. This is good for me now because at least I should be able to get Castle here. Yep. Oh god, Daroj might take Castle from me. Yes! I get Castle. All right, I got my 4 cities. Wasn't sure I'd make it, but I did. Just barely, but I did. That was pretty lucky I got there, to be honest. I don't think I want to bid for 32, honestly. Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch 32. Ooh. I'm bidding for this. Not many plants left that can put 34 up. Although usually when I say this, it ends up coming. .33 is a pretty good fit for me. Although in 6-player, I'm not so sure how valuable it really is. I might give this up if there's more bidding on it. JVis, on the other hand, that's who could perhaps use this plant. Um, Hey, now I'm kind of glad I passed on that. Sure. Okay. I can just stick it... So 20 is worth bidding. I can just stay at 4 cities and just run the 21, and I'll still have a low number. I'll have great capacity and a low number for turn order purposes. I'll take 20, sure. It's 20 is actually a pretty good fit for me here because I don't need it right now. Yeah, I got 20 for 21 and then another dud. Actually, the 14, the worst plant in the game, just arrived. Hey. This is actually a pretty great set of circumstances for me because JVis just got the 33, so he's not going to need to buy any more coal. Daroj will buy coal, though, because he's stuck at 3 cities, so he can just run the 15 instead of the 26. That's definitely a play in his favor. I'm thinking Amit builds, probably Berlin. Berlin would have more value than Cuxhaven, for sure. Because I think Amit builds to 5 this turn, wants to use the 6. Stein's actually in a decent position in terms of builds, like okay build-wise, but plants are not the greatest for him. I'll take a $2 coal and that's it. And I'll just keep using oil on the 21. I think my 20 is going to turn out to be a great value, by the way. With the market slowing down like this, especially. Baby. Morphling is a player to watch out for, though. Oh, that's what Daroj does. Has to pay a lot for those builds, though, and he goes high up in the turn order. Yep, Amit builds Berlin, which is expected. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Because I get bottom in the turn order now. Yes. And Stein was going to trigger step 2, which, remember, in a 6-player game, it only takes 6 cities to do that. Yep. Daroj made a mistake building then. I get that he wanted cities to make use of the 26, but that's really expensive connection costs. But yeah, this is where paying attention to what the other players do would have been a big signal for you. because you could look at the fact that Stein... Oh my god, the market stalls again! This game is just... I don't want to jinx myself, though. Like, like, last time I had a really good position in a 6-player game, I jinxed myself and ended up losing by, like, $1 at the end. I don't want to repeat that. In any case, I still think 20 went too cheap. Anyway, I'm going to build all the cheap stuff now. That's the obvious play for me. Just how much can I build? How much can I build? Ooh. 29. I don't want that, I think. JVis, on the other hand, probably wants this, although he would lose a coal if he were to buy it. I think Jay should pass on plants, personally. He needs to burn that coal sitting on the 8 there. I think the play for him is pass. Just make... Yeah, I agree with that. And it's the play for me is to pass as well. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Four. Anyway. Let me check something here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can buy, what, 1 more coal? Question is the coal or the oil? I think the oil is what I'd rather take, though. Oil is weirdly more competitive than coal right now. Yeah, I think my 20 has turned out to be a fantastic value. I can't quite make full use of it this turn, but I can come close. Really, Morphling, only Morphling is in a position to make use of plants this turn. I actually think Morphling might be the favorite to win right now, honestly. Although we do have other people, you know, driving up oil pretty well. We have 26, we have 21, even 16 all in use attacking oil, so... I assume Jay gets Duisburg, probably. Duisburg and Köln would seem obvious. He could maybe build into the Twins. Jay might want to... he might expand north, though. It's a possibility. Now I think my goal is to play the turn order game. What I kind of hope here is that Jay burns his coal just to power one city. He's kind of under pressure money-wise, so he might do it, and it also gives him the freedom to buy another plant on the next turn, which he could use. And also that would allow more coal to come back into the market for me. But Morphling, though. Morphling is still in an interesting position here. Though he is getting blocked pretty much everywhere down south. So that helps. And Daroj just stops at 6. Okay. How the mighty have fallen from that 15 on turn 2 start. Morphling might just run 28 in the 9, maybe. Yeah, that's what Morphling does. So they only power 5 cities. Probably the right play though. Help protect oil a little bit on the 32. Probably the right move. You really want to be able to plant that with a plant as efficient as 28. You want to be able to use it every turn if at all possible. Yes, 27. Cha-ching! Stall that market. Not the greatest thing in the world for me, though, because Jay's actually going to buy 3 coal again this turn. All right. All right. Everyone passes to Stein. Stein's going to buy 27, I assume. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in terms of turn order right now, but Stein can harmlessly buy a plant here. He clearly has the money to make use of another plant. Yeah. Stein's just taking a little break. He'll be back soon. And it should be any minute now. But that's what I'm thinking he's going to do. I think he buys 27. Well, yeah. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So what I'm going to do now is try to work the capacity game in my favor and stay low in the turn order. Because this game is not going to have too many more turns left to it. We have 19 in the market, which is nice, so there'll be guaranteed some sort of higher capacity plant for me. $12 and $22 are the only stall plants left, though. I might have a money lead on Morphling now, come to think of it. The nice thing here is this. I actually like that I build last because I have the south open to me. I should have options somewhere in the south if nothing else. So I'll be able to see whether or not I want to build this turn. I'll get to see what everyone else does first before I make that decision. I'm going to not buy extra resources, though. Because in step 2 especially, like, the restock rates and everything in 6-player are just ridiculous. Like, look at this. 9 coal, 6 oil, 5 trash, 3 nuke. Like, look at that. It's just ridiculous. And there's Stein building into my stuff. Cool, cool. All right. I have the lowest top plane of anyone right now, even lower than Amit, which is cool. Now, Morphling is set to make pretty good money this turn, but his problem, or their problem, is you're not really going to have much else left to build after this. Because it looks like this game looks like it's going to end before, like, it could potentially end before we get to step 3. I think Jay wants to build one more so he can make a little more money from the 8. If that's the case, I'm not going to build. So for me, if I don't build this turn, let's see what Jay does, though. Oh, Aken's still open for me. That's interesting. But I'd rather build south if I'm going to build this turn for sure. Oh, Jay does the overbuild. Okay. Well, that tells me I just build one, and that one is going to be Aken. Right. Yeah, this is not going to affect my turn order. and I make those crucial dollars. My starting build looked really rough at first, but I've actually managed to make it work out okay. Although I'd face a really rough jump south if I wanted to threaten a game end here. $46 out. And there's 50. Okay. $12 or $22 could come at any time. Stein and JVis, those are players who could really use 29. Ooh, okay. Well, this is where it gets dicey now because there's a 50-50 chance that 30 comes next. I have to remember, if the market stalls and the game goes one more turn, players will get desperate. Again, 12 or 22 could come at any time. JVis could definitely use 25 there, though. Here's the problem, Morphling. Morphling is likely just going to end the game next turn if nobody else catches up in capacity. Also, I'm glad to see 25 getting bid up to a fair value at least. It's going to be really tough here because, again, there's a 50-50 chance 30 comes next. If it does, I'm going to bid the fuck out of it. Okay. I was hoping Stein ended up with 25, but here we go. This is going to be probably worth 60 plus. This is worth over 60 easily. Because here's the problem. 2 and 3 chance of a dud after this. Okay. 64. Hey, there's 31. Okay. $50 is the starting bid, people. At least 12 comes now so it can get built out this turn. I know what to do. I know what to do. Do I buy something? Do I dare buy something here? Or make m0rph1ing buy? I think I pass and make m0rph1ing buy. Buy 19. He didn't buy. He's probably going to build more now, though. Actually, where can he even build? No, he has places to build. He has places to build. Now here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. If people don't move the market, then we're going to be stuck next turn, and it's going to come down to just Morphling and Daroj. Morphling's probably going to win. It's going to be interesting. I feel like I'll actually be in a good position to win if, and I repeat, if we can move through the market here. I considered buying 19, actually. But I don't know if I have the money to throw around on something like that either. it's going to come down to, will people be willing to buy a plant next turn? Because actually, you know what? Never mind. If you build 12 out of the game right now, that's going to get us the step 3 auction for next turn. Okay, so someone should build. Somebody should build. And I think Amit might be the one to do it. He has the cities. He has the cities open to do it. Build 12 out of the market, buddy. Build 12 out of the market. There we go. And this is why I'm glad I didn't end up with... Oh my God, what are you doing? This sucks. Why would you not build 12, though? Move the market. Yeah, jackass. I was really shocked. I thought at the very least M8 would build a 12. It was very much in his favor to do that, if nobody else. The problem is Jay's not going to buy 22. Like, nobody has a reason to buy 22 before me. We have to extend the game here. We kind of have to buy 22 to prolong the game, give someone else a chance. Welp. We can't lock... God damn it. This sucks. God damn it. I thought I was doing good in this game too. Just the stall happened. Maybe I should have built to 12 anyway. I thought JVis had the money to do it. Shit. Daroj got to be able to make it to 14, right? But yeah, like I said, Morphling is Rookie of the Year right now, and you're seeing it again here. So Stein is probably second. No, Stein just builds more, because why the hell not? So I'm like fourth in this, I guess. Anyway, well done again to m0rph1ing, and see you later.